Welcome to Zion Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your continued support always in this broadcast. I don't take it for granted. President William Ruto rushed to China, and I have realized two things. The first one, his eyes are all set in Middle East. He no longer have any interest in West. The second one, Ruto is borrowing loan into China to build infrastructure, SGR, for instance, from Nairobi to Malaba, which is a good agenda based on our project. And we must also consider that he is eyeing for vote hands in Nyanza. Let's watch this video because Ruto rushing to China to borrow loan while our country is on debt crisis. What might be the secret behind this?
All right, debt payment and infrastructure refinancing are President William Ruto's top priorities when he embarks on a 5-day state visit to Beijing, China, starting Tuesday.
Go
ahead.
No, you go.
The high-stakes meeting between President this is why I wanted you to take it. Xi Jinping and President Ruto will also see the two nations sign bilateral agreements on manufacturing, technology, climate change, and agriculture.
That's right. Now, as Kenya seeks to leverage on the ongoing trade war between Washington and Beijing, that's been marked by tariffs, placements, signs of other unease, our very own Seth Olale with the latest update on the scheduled state visit. Take a listen.
President William Ruto will register his first state visit to China this week since taking office.
Welcome.
In a bid to reaffirm Nairobi's long-standing diplomatic and economic ties with Beijing, the week-long deliberations with his host president, Xi Jinping, will focus on debt payment and financing for major infrastructure projects, which include the extension of the standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Malaba via Kisumu and request for the proposed Rironi Mau Summit dual carriage.
These are very important projects, and we're looking forward to concluding those which are not concluded and having a conversation on how to bring the others into being so that we can enhance commerce, we can enhance trade within our region.
Kenya and China will formally sign bilateral agreements in trade, security, manufacturing, technology transfer, agriculture, climate change, tourism, and education sector.
And not just improving connectivity within Kenya, but is also improving regional connectivity.
The Kenya-China cooperation in infrastructure, trade and investment under the Belt and Road Initiative BRI, leveraging on the Beijing-Washington diplomatic fallout as a result of the ongoing war tariffs to Kenya's advantage.
There is increasing potential and pressure to leverage on this South-to-South cooperation between the countries in the global South. And BRICS is an option for Kenya. We are looking at the opportunities that come with membership of BRICS.
Seth Olale, Citizen.
You've watched and listened to the video, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we want to discuss on our political observation today. But before I carry on, I want to take this golden chance to thank you and appreciate you so much for your continued support that you always offer to this broadcast. Good morning and thank you once again. To the new subscribers, feel at home and thank you for your subscription. If you are watching for the first time, having interest to proceed with this kind of political discussion, kindly do me a favor take a 1 second, click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like my videos, or share and give us your opinion. We want to talk about 3 points based on our political analysis. Why Ruto is facing China? What is the aim of bringing this loan? How is this loan going to help Kenya? Or what is the essential part of this loan? Then I will conclude. When we talk about Ruto visitation to China, why is he facing east but not west? The reason is the West have understood him, the West knows him very well, and they know that Ruto's administration is on debt crisis, and I believe that they can't give him any loan until it clear the other loan. That is my first observation. But anyway, I am not jealous on this. In fact, I congratulate him as my president visiting to China to bring us loan. Now, when we talk about essential part of this loan, how is it going to help Kenyans? Is he going to bring this loan so that government tumbocrats will still continue looting this money? Is he going to bring this fund so that they can use it in campaigns? Is he going to bring this fund so that they can use it to enrich themselves? It will be a sad story. But I believe, from my political observation, that this fund is going to help country based on SGR, infrastructure, the port, in short, exchange of products and expansion of African what you call businesses and so on and so on. For instance, as I said, the SGR, which is Kenyans are expecting from Nairobi to Malava to help people to trade and so many things. What is the essential of bringing this loan? Number 1 is to help us to boost us economically. When we build infrastructure, when we build SGR, it will be source of foreign exchange, which is okay. Kenyans do know that, and you must be aware of that. In conclusion, based on our political observation, Ruto seems to be in dilemma and no longer trusting West. And that is why he rushed himself to China to seek help in order to be help. Underline those 2 words. He went to China or Beijing to seek help in order to be help or get help. So, as a country, we are disparate. We are still not well stabilized, and we must borrow loan for us to build such infrastructure facilities. How is this picture portraying to the people in the Republic of Kenya? Number 1, our country is still weak, and leaders ought to do a lot and ensure that things are well sorted out for us to avoid all this drama. In other words, we must concentrate on our own self. Even if it's a matter of building roads, we ought not to borrow, but at least depend on ourselves. By doing that, we are going to make this country to be stable. So I think, to my last viewpoint, rushing to China is just William Ruto's conclusion because he fears West. As much as he's rushing to China, this fund I expect to help their agenda which they have, which he has said as a president. But let it not be fund for political or for campaign, and let us not hear a story like Eurobond, Waterpen Eurobond, and the rest. Bye-bye and all the best.